Hey everybody, Dr. G here with our welcome back from spring break pep talk, right? We're halfway through the term or more actually. It's going to go fast and I just wanted to get us back going. It seems like forever since we were together just a week and a half ago, but here we go, right? We're at the last week of March and it's going to fly by. So I just want to get everybody back thinking about it and getting us ready to make it through this final pandemic semester. Let's hope. So, what's up? Right, we got some things that are due or that are due, past due, coming up, kind of a thing, right? So let's wrap up Module 2. The Module 2 notes, which I finally posted the link. I kind of gave everybody a break, and I didn't post the link before break, but they're due this week, right? Fact sheets were due before break. About half of you turned them in, at least so far. Get those in. I mean, I can't give you points if you're not engaged, right? And I know everybody's struggling, but come on, you guys got to do. I don't ask that much of you, okay? And then problem set 1 that we've been working on. We introduced it before we left. We're going to talk about it in activity this week, and it's going to be due as well. And then that'll wrap that up. Then let's start Module 3. I'm going to cover what content we're going to go through. We're just going to make our way through the rest of the big ideas this semester to get us through, and then it's going to be May, and some of you are going to be graduating, and some of you are going to be moving on to another semester in the fall where we're going to be back face to face to some extent. It's a sprint, right? Honestly, that's, if you think about how quickly the beginning of the semester went, the rest of it's going to go really fast, right? It's going to happen before we know it. And I think everyone can agree it's probably a good thing. We want to get to summer and regroup. I know I'm ready for a break. I've been going nonstop with my kids at home and trying to keep classes and research and life going, and I'm pretty spent. Okay, the This Way to Sustainability conference this week. It's a campus run, student run sustainability conference. I'm going to share the free registration link with you. I really encourage you all to attend, at least to some extent. It's Thursday and Friday of this week. We'll talk about it in activity. No activity next week. Whitney brought to my attention that we are honoring Cesar Chavez on Wednesday, the 31st. And so if we can't have class that Wednesday, then we can't have it on Monday. So next week, there will be no activity, and I'll bring that up again and remind you. And then as always, just communicate. Reach out. Talk with me. Let me know what's going on. Some of you, everyone's struggling one way or another. Some of you need a little more assistance or a little more help than others. But just know that I'm here. I'll communicate with you, and I'm here to help. So you've seen this one 50 times already. Take home message. Take care of yourself, whatever it takes, right? If that's exercise, meditation, Netflix, whatever you got to do, try to carve out a little time for yourself. But just going outside, taking a moment to breathe and getting some fresh air will help you with your sanity. That's how we start each of our activities, with the 1-minute meditation and Zen. There's a lot of resources around, you already know, but just take care of yourself, right? We got to get through to the summertime. So this next module, right, this is the Q. We have 2 more modules, right? Module 3 and 4, content in 3 and in 4, and then the last couple weeks, we're really going to try to wrap this up early, heading into Dead Week. My goal is to have things really wrapping up as we head into those final couple meetings of the semester, because it can't really end quick enough. I can't stress that enough. But what are we going to hit this module? We're going to hit organic matter, the most important subject on the planet, right? The thing that got me into soil science. And we're going to dive into that in a little bit of detail the next couple of videos. Decomposition and mineralization, these will be blended in. Mineralization, really critical concept when we start talking about cover cropping and how both cover cropping for conservation, but cover cropping for energy and nutrient cycling, and mineralization and decomposition are really important concepts to get your head wrapped around. And then how does all this stuff work? We'll quickly talk about soil biology and how these small micro through macro critters, heterotrophs, are really what are driving the system forward. They're the ones, are the agents of these changes. Remember, we're talking about photosynthesis, fixing carbon and energy, and pulling nutrients and water from soil, and pardon me, and heterotrophs, breaking that stuff down, creating the cycling, the biogeochemistry we've been talking about. In activity, right, we got, like I already said, get your fact sheets in. Those are critical for you. My daughter got some cold, and I've had it for like a week, like a head cold. It's so weird. I haven't been sick all year, and now to have like the head cold all week's been kind of rough. So get your fact sheets in. Those are important for research for you to show that you can do it and put it all together. We're going to do a pack sheet peer review the week we get back from Cesar Chavez holiday. So we're going to have all the fact sheets together, and we're going to have you go through and peer review and provide comments and feedback to your peers. Finish the problem set. We're going to talk about that this week. Write up your scripts. Those are due this week, right? Your scripts are due at the end of this week. So let's get that done. You're going to record your podcast pretty much this week and have those ready. So then in that last couple of weeks, we're going to have time to listen to everybody's and spend some time thinking about these products that you've been working on all semester. And then just keep attending. I know in my section, we're at like 20, 21, 22 regularly, right? Most of the people show up for the activity. That's great. Like I said, I know it's a challenging time for everyone to be a student, but we're coming out of this, right? We're going to start getting everybody vaccinated, and we're going to move it back into some level of being able to interact. And for sure, next semester, a lot more face-to-face stuff, a lot more in Chico, face-to-face labs, groups, clubs, activities, things like that, which is pretty exciting. So just a quick reminder, remember, the notes are a core concept of this class. I'm excited to see what the second round of notes look like. If you still haven't turned in the first set, get something in, right? And then make sure you get the second set in, right? I can't stress enough, like, I'm trying to make this as flexible as possible, but you got to do work, right? I'm grinding, you got to grind too. I mean, we just got to get work done. Remember, make a section for each video. That helps a lot. Just write up a little mini review for each video. This is an evolving assignment, so don't feel like it's all worked out, right? I'm still trying to figure out how to make this meaningful. But make a section for each video. It's not a transcript. It's really use the questions I give you and some other stuff. Remember, it's kind of Goldilocks principle, right? It doesn't have to be, don't make it too little, but you don't have to go over the top unless that's your style. Formatting matters. I really want you to focus on making sure the information is appropriately presented and easy to find. That's one of the underlying aspects of this assignment, is that you need to be able to produce documents that people can read and understand, look and feel professionally formatted and easy to understand, okay? Extract what matters to you. If you find something really cool and interesting, take a moment and think about that and write it up. Right? Like, that's the point here. I want you all to understand, I'm giving you these big ideas that hopefully stick, right? Soils matter, live roots, chemical, physical, biological properties, organisms, organic matter, carbon, like these kinds of big picture things that'll stick with you. And hopefully there's some interesting stuff that you find that you want to talk about. So the notes are really a personal reflection on what you're consuming in the content. There is no perfect or ideal setup. Okay, but I just want you to keep engaging. I'm putting time into making the videos. Just review them, think about what's in there, and try to pull some good knowledge out of there that hopefully will stick with you for the rest of your life. So, and then let's grind together, right? I mean, it's been a grind. And I've gotten to this point in my career by grinding, right? Sometimes you just got to keep putting it in. Let's do it together, right? I'm going to keep working. You keep working. Before we know it, it's going to be May, right? We only got 6 or 7 weeks left until the end of the semester. It's going to come fast, right? We got 1 week in March. The next week in March would be, the last week of March, but then the start of April. We got 4 weeks in April and a week in May, and it's over. Okay, so let's keep putting it in. Let's keep getting it done. Just some examples of these notes, right? Here's a couple different examples just to kind of get you thinking. These are fairly clearly, documented headers, bold font to tell you module 1, putting in individual comments, bulleted list structure, right? Just trying to get you to appreciate that there's a lot of different ways to do it, but just take the time really to format the information. That's really one of the biggest ideas that I can get across to you. So there's 3 sets left, right? There's the one that you hopefully have already done. I finally put the link up on the Blackboard. It's ready for you to post if you got them done already, or have them done by the end of the week, right? Let's just get these done. I know there's a lot going on. Then the next set will be April 4th-ish, and then May 2nd will be the last one, right? So we've got the one you just did, one more new set, and then that third set's going to be a blending of new and you bringing all of your other notes together, right, into a coherent format. And then the final or the exam for this class is going to be you bringing together some ideas that you learned about and documenting what you learned in the class in more of a written, kind of short written exam kind of a format. Okay, like I said, it's a jam. Just type it up, man. Just type it up. Yeah, every single time. So I took break. I was tormented, right? It's hard. I tried to not work, but I always felt compelled to work. I had my kids all week, but I did get out skiing a couple times, and I did go out for a couple bike rides and just try to be sane. Now it's the 22nd of March, Monday, and I'm back at it. I got lots to do and just got to find time to do it all. Okay. So I hope you're all staying sane. Look forward to seeing you in my Monday section, and hopefully you're having fun with Whitney. And let's get it done. All right. Take care, and remember, soils matter.